Searching for the origin of human life and civilization 3. I have explained the history of Earth's creation many times in our group. Some people may still have doubts, so after sharing my findings, I organized a prehistoric chart and used Hongshan artifacts as supporting evidence. When you study according to this genealogical chart, you will naturally discover that the Hongshan artifacts we possess can indeed help reconstruct a missing prehistoric chapter. Before we begin, I want to show everyone a new Hongshan material. Thanks to one of our members, Brother Chen Peisong, who shared photos of a Hongshan artifact owned by his friend. Look closely at the material, see the tiny circular patterns. This piece is coral jade, formed from fossilized prehistoric coral organisms that have already turned into jade. Any material that has undergone jadeification, whether bone jade or petrified wood, requires at least 400 million years to form. Based on current scientific limits, the oldest datable organic materials on Earth are slightly over 400 million years old. Beyond that, existing instruments cannot confirm exact ages. Although we know Hongshan culture is over 1.6 billion years old, we currently lack the tools to measure such time scales. Therefore, we use 400 million years as the provisional benchmark. Hongshan culture also includes oceanic Tridacna shells, which originate from deep-sea giant clams. These two have already jadeified. Thus, the materials recorded in my research chart help confirm that at least 400 million years ago, our Hongshan ancestors were already active on Earth, carving many artifacts out of various materials for future generations. Looking again at the chart, the second layer lists petrified wood and bone jade. Now, with this coral jade, we have further proof that life and early humans existed 400 million years ago, specifically, the horned sun god race. Was there an advanced prehistoric civilization? We cannot rely on words alone. Each of us should search for the Hongshan relics our ancestors left behind across different fields. Tonight, we are fortunate to see another coral jade artifact that supports our search for the origins of human life. In our previous discussion, I mentioned that after the mass extinction on Earth, the sun gods began genetic research. They aimed to shrink the overly large humans and dinosaurs by extracting and modifying their genes. The mass extinction 100 million years ago serves as the dividing line. All modern life forms appeared after this point, hence no fossils of modern-sized animals such as pigs, cows, sheep, tigers, elephants, or snakes are found from earlier periods. Returning to the chart, after volcanic ash settled, sunlight reappeared, glaciers melted, and great floods began. At that time, the sun gods intended to create three types of humans in three separate environments: winged humans, first-generation round-eyed humans, and merfolk. Once the best individuals from the three groups were produced, the plan was to combine their genes to create a superhuman capable of flying in the sky, swimming in the sea, and walking on land. This would have been ideal, and if successful, today's humanity would have been the superhuman species. However, there was a shift in focus. When the Hongshan ancestors wanted humans to reproduce in large numbers, they prioritized land-dwelling humans. They taught them to develop interest in reproduction, so the Hongshan period produced many sexual totems. Modern people may consider these sexual images indecent, but after Earth's restart, the purpose of new humanity was to multiply rapidly. Humans at that time were mostly half human, half beast, usually with horns. Hongshan jade Qing stone chimes depict these unattractive early humans, yet the figures show unity regardless of having one horn or two. People held hands and danced happily. This special blessing strengthened land humans, causing their population to increase rapidly. As human numbers grew, leaders were needed. Sheneng divine farmer dragon lord became the most important ruler of that era. Since agriculture was essential for solving food problems, Hongshan ancestors taught humans building techniques using advanced mortise and tenon joinery. A Hongshan jade plaque also shows that houses existed at this time. These early humans practiced farming, they were not primitive scavengers. With high-intelligence extraterrestrial guidance, they cooked with fire and even caught large fish from the sea for roasting. The jade plaque also shows that the Hongshan civilization began near the seaside, confirming Liaoning as an ideal location. By collecting Hongshan artifacts according to the chart, we can trace the true history and understand why we place the word Huaxia before Hongshan culture. Next time, I will combine Hongshan artifacts with historical records from Shiji records of the Grand Historian to continue our investigation. Please remember to join the next session.